Hello, 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 and welcome to Secrets of Eldruma from Laugh Out Lore. Um, we have some quick announcements. Just some same information, new week. We have subscriber badges. So if you're a subscriber, you get badges, which are pretty cool. If I say so myself. We have the 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, etc. going through. Right now, you can also get the founder's badge if you subscribe pretty quickly. Also, all subscribers get emotes. We have 3 currently, depending on what tier you're at. We have tier 1, which is an alcohol jug. Tier 2, which is a peg leg that shoots shrimp. And then tier 3 is the pirate ship for the Stormhaven campaign. We can also do channel points. What are channel points? Channel points allows you to start a random encounter once per session for 750 points. Reroll nat ones for characters, 1,000 points. For 1,500 points, DM has to reroll a d20. And then for 10,000 points, you get to create and act out an NPC, which I think is pretty fun. So you could be on the show with us. With that, we are down a few players so far, but I say we get started. Are you ready, boys?
I'm down.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Last we left off, you're in a tavern and the doors magically sealed shut. Traka is chugging breakfast ale.
Out of my bag of holding.
Out of the bag of holding, which I think is hilarious. I actually read a few Reddit posts about people actually adding in weird stuff to their bags of holding, and someone actually put in like a brewery set in the bag of holding and turned the bag of holding into an interdimensional space for a complete brewery, which was really, really cool. And I read the concept behind it, and it made me think of you guys. And it actually doesn't break any rules. Oh, I just remembered my camera was on. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Bag of holding can be very unique. So Traka, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Roll like shit. Roll like shit. Get fucked up. That is a 9.
All right. You are inebriated, so all ability checks will be at disadvantage for the next hour.
Okay.
You look around and people start disappearing. And not that they're just poof, magic gone. They're slightly dissipating. And you look back, and actually, I need everyone to roll perception.
Fuck.
I would say that Traka doesn't really care what's going on right now,
Okay.
so he's not going to even pay attention to it.
Okay.
Unless Fin Dizzle actually shows up, and not this hologram.
Then I need you to roll. So, Alex, what'd you get?
Give me 1 second.
I have disadvantage, correct?
Actually, you would have a straight roll, and you're the only one that has a straight roll. I'm sorry, because you're drunk, you have a straight roll. But I don't remember if anybody else was drinking, so.
Yorick was drinking with me. He was chugging out of my beard.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
Yorick,
always drinking.
Go ahead and roll a con save too, please.
Brandon, to answer your question, 22 is my number.
Okay, good. Thank you. Chris?
Got a 9.
9. Okay. Traka?
I just rolled back-to-back 7s. That is a 12.
Damn, all right, cool. And then Nylar?
1 second, my computer's having a aneurysm over here.
Okay, I'll come right back to you. Bjork, what'd you roll for con save?
I'm gonna follow Traka. That was a 7 on my con save.
All right, you are also drunk, so now
Starting
make
it
a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
All right, Nylar, what'd you get?
Hang on, I can pull up my D&D stats.
Cool.
My as soon as I turned on my Netflix, wanted to go crazy on my computer. No, the kid was in here. Can you look at mine right now? I'll roll and tell me. I think my perception's like a +6, I think.
Yeah, give me just a sec. Bjork, go ahead and tell me your perception.
It's a 7.
Damn.
Yeah, I
What-
know. 2 in
What
a row.
is happening?
Damn, Bjork. That's back-to-back
Yeah.
7s.
I know. You rolled back to back. Yeah. Well, mine was plus, so.
Wow. Okay, good to know. And then Nylar, go ahead and roll, and I'll tell you. And your perception's a +5.
I rolled. Oh, is it +5?
Yep.
It's a 23.
Okay. Malak and Nylar, you definitely see behind the bar the man who showed you the beautiful kegs of breakfast ale grabs his throat, and you see somebody behind him, and you see them, but they're not quite there. They almost slip in and out of sight. And then you see the bartender grab his throat, the figure behind him disappearing into the woodwork. And then his image shifts.
Come here.
And he starts gargling a little bit as blood's just kind of pouring out. And his image shifts into Fin Dizzle.
The images of Fin Dizzle?
The image shifts from the bartender to Fin Dizzle.
And it's attacking the bartender right now.
No, so the assassin has disappeared now. No one can see the assassin. The bartender turned into Fin Dizzle and is grasping his neck as blood is pouring out. And the images of these people all around you start popping away, fading in and out as Fin Dizzle loses consciousness. And he falls off the bar stool he was standing on to complete his image and is laying on the ground. What do you guys do?
I'm going to grab his neck and try and hold it together.
Traka, you would hear him fall down. So, but everyone else that rolled low, all you see is Traka jumping over the bar.
It's like Fin
Yours going to be like, Traka, grab me a drink, bud.
Nylar,
I feel like
what'd you say?
this real life going to be portrayed as a real life medical situation? Like we have to hurry swiftly with his neck bleeding.
Yes, yeah, it's like this is
Okay.
the end of his life.
I'm going
I'm
to
rushing
medicine check with
Wait.
disadvantage to see if I can get enough pressure and try
Okay.
and stop the wound.
Sounds good?
Wait, Fin Dizzle's neck is bleeding?
Yeah, and he is. So basically, there was someone behind him. You didn't know this. Like, only Malak and Nylar was able to see this, but they're actually the furthest away. An assassin popped out of the woodwork, slit his throat, and disappeared.
So real quick, Brandon, I'm proficient in medicine.
Yep. So you
I actually
see
got
this.
a really high plus to this.
Yep.
So I'm gonna rush over to him as fast as I fucking can, knowing
What?
like how serious of a situation this is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna help Traka.
What
I
is
need
your
it because I got a 6.
what is a what is the your walking speed?
My walking speed is 30 feet.
Okay, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. Where did Fin Dizzle go? Because he was on the stool. Oh, fuck. I know I had Fin Dizzle on here once before, right?
Yeah, but then you took him off because he disappeared, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still should be in my list. There he is.
Yeah.
And
We've
Yeah.
had them multiple times.
So, Malak, you are about 10 feet away. Traka, I'm going to place you on this side just because I can't put you right on top because then I lose access to him. Malak,
Okay.
you can run the additional 5-10 feet, but you will not be able to do anything for 6 seconds, which will not help Traka as he does this.
okay, so I'm gonna wait, and while I'm waiting, I'm gonna kind of run through my what I know, what could be wrong, like what to fix.
Okay.
So I kind of have an idea. I'm gonna kind of prepare a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, remember you can ready an action.
Well, I was going to say, you can actually still spend your action if you wanted to. Because
I
you
would
moved
like
your
to
movement.
ask the Professor Orb what it thinks I should be doing to help him.
Did you roll a medicine check already?
Yes, I got a 6.
So your next action you can do that, but right now you can't. Your action was to try to do that. So you cover his throat, and unfortunately your hands are just soaked, and it just keeps slipping off the cuts. Malak, you see Traka, his hands slipping and not being able to do it. So what do you want to do?
I want to just to kind of try to keep him alive. I'd like to go ahead and cast Healing Word.
Okay, go ahead and roll the heal for that.
I'm rolling good. 4 + 4 for 8.
Okay. It doesn't. You see him kind of like freshen up a bit, but then he turns pale again as another gout of blood just sprays out. It did seem to work for a minute, or for a quick second, but then something happened, and his just like a pulse went through his body that made a blood spurt out even further.
We don't have a cure wounds on our team, do we?
Malak, you would, seeing this, you would know. Actually, go ahead and roll an Arcana check with advantage, since we're doing the healing. What do you want to do, Nalar?
I was trying to see if I could roll, if I could see where the assassin went.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yeah, baby! Nat 20.
That is an unnatural 20.
You don't see where he goes, but you do see him disappear into the woodwork. So you know he has to be able to get out somehow, but you're not sure where he's at. Malak, with that natural 20, you would see that you seen that pulse, and you seen something flash around his wound. You could probably ascertain this is a magical wound, and regular healing spells will not work.
So I'm gonna kind of. Am I able to move any further right now?
No, you are in place. You're at your max movement.
Bjork,
So that actually
I'd like to
finished
pee on
your
it.
stuff.
The wound.
Bjork, you aren't there yet, and you seen Traka run over. What do you want to do?
I see him run over to.
Yeah, he kind of like jumps over the bar. You see, you would see like the person you were trying to talk to just disappear in front of you, even with a 7. But
The beer stopped flowing into your mouth from my beard.
yeah,
You ran out of deer chunks.
That's what kind of made you realize, oh shit, Traka's gone.
Yeah, I'm sitting up like, the fuck? So what did I catch personally out of what just happened?
You were lying on the ground. You were drunk. All you would probably see is just people disappearing. You would probably glance and see Malak running, and you would have seen Traka jumping over the bar.
Okay, so I'm gonna freak out, kind of in a panic, and just jump to my feet.
Okay.
And can I throw investigation to see if there's another cup anywhere around me that might be full?
Like a cup of ale?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm stressed out. I don't know what's going on.
Roll an investigation with advantage. Or I'm sorry, with disadvantage because you're already drunk.
Okay.
The DC is really low though. It's a fucking bar.
Doubles again. That's a 10 and a 10.
Jesus.
Flat.
Yeah, you're able to see right next to you at this table here. There are a few ales there.
I'd like to pick one of those up and just chug it, the whole thing.
All right. That ends your turn. Dr. Philip Freud is just going to kind of sit there. He's not really sure what's going on. Sharkbait, since we only have you in and out, if you are here, what would you like to do? Quick recap. Vin Diesel was just assassinated.
He got assassinated?
Yep.
I missed all that.
So he's
I
dead,
just
dead?
got here.
He is bleeding out.
He's bleeding out
Yeah,
or he's assassinated?
So
He's not dead.
He's not dead
He's-
yet.
So can I use my healing thing I have?
You can certainly try.
What does that mean, try?
Oh yeah, you weren't here yet. Malak tried to heal him already, but your character wouldn't know this. Malak already tried to heal him. His wound flashed, and he had another gush of blood come out, so the healing didn't work.
Can I use my divine sense to see if I can sense anything inside of him? Like a fiend or anything? Is that a thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it. I mean, I can't roll or anything, so...
Yeah, I don't think you have to roll for that. So
it's just a spell.
Yeah, you close your eyes and you all see a burst of white energy flow around Sharkbait and just kind of shoot out of him as the spell takes hold. You do not sense
Oh, were you
any
talking
fiends.
to me?
Yes.
No, not you, Brandon. Sorry,
Oh.
1 second.
All right. Dragoon, what would you like to do?
Seeing as Malak and
Okay,
Traka
sorry.
have.
Go ahead, Sharkbait.
ahead.
We'll let you finish
Oh.
up yours real quick. Sorry, Chris.
I just want to know what was... I was
all
listening
good.
to you. I was just trying to tell you I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, okay. So you don't sense any fiends or undead or celestials around you.
Well, all right. Thank you. That's it.
All right. Dragoon?
So seeing as Malak and Traka have booked it over there in a panic, I kind of want to follow and go see what, happens so I can see.
Okay. You can actually get right next to Findizzle as well.
So I want to throw an Arcana on his neck, on the wound.
Okay, go right ahead.
Hopefully this is going to help. Nat 20.
You notice the same thing Malak did with his nat 20. It is a magical wound, but you are not familiar with this kind of magic.
Fuck. Come on, computer. Quit being stupid. I could throw medicine, couldn't I, to help?
Your action was to look at the wound if you
That's right.
rolled. So that ends your turn, Nylar. You see all this happen. You did see the assassin. What are you wanting to do?
Can I follow the assassin?
You do not know where he went, but you can investigate the area if you tell me what area you'd like to investigate.
I like to
Hunt the
investigate
wall
the
where he
area
went.
the way he went. Like I saw where he said I saw something.
Yeah, so basically behind the bar, and since there's too many people back there, I'm going to put you on the other side. Behind the bar was just like a shelf with the alcohol bottles, right, and the different ales. There's a keg back there. You can definitely search in that area if you'd like to see if there's any trapdoors or whatever.
Yes, I would like to search for some trapdoors.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Copy that. Let me pull up my thing. My daughter decided to turn off the computer again.
Investigation is a +3.
That's what I thought. That's a natural 20, my guy.
Jesus Christ, you guys! You do find a latch, and it is so the keg is right behind the stool where Findizzle fell off at. There is a small space, but it doesn't look like it would be very easy to access. Right now, Findizzle is laying on it, so you can't really do much. But you do notice, especially with that nat 20 being that close, the blood that is pouring out of Findizzle is going into the cracks and seemingly dripping down.
So we have to somehow save Finn Dizzle and get him out of my way so I can go search him.
Possibly. That ends everyone's turn. Finn Dizzle looks around and kind of starts mouthing, but his jugular is cut, so he can't really speak. He is slit from, almost ear to ear.
Write it in your blood. Write it in your blood. I can see you moving your mouth. Write it in your blood, Finn.
He looks. He kind of turns over, and as he does, blood just starts pouring and pouring. While he was pale just a few minutes or just a few seconds ago, now he's white, and he starts writing, dragging his finger into the blood, and there's so much of it. There's not a lot that you can, or it doesn't really separate anything currently. I need you, Traka, Nylar, since you're right there, Dragoon, Malak. Unfortunately, you're too far away to look. Roll a perception to see if you can see what he's writing.
18 for Dragoon.
Okay.
24.
Damn. Okay.
24.
Damn. Okay. Dragoon, you're not able to really catch what he's writing. You do see him write 4 letters, but you're not really able to discern what they are. But Traka and Nylar, you both see him write out Duke. And then he pauses for a second, and he leaves a small space, almost imperceptible, but with your guys' rolls, you're able to make out him starting to write more letters. And he writes a D, and then an R, and then an A. And halfway through the 4th letter, he falls limp, and it is... Roll an intelligence check, you two. With disadvantage, Anthony.
Oh.
That'd be a 9.
Okay. Nylar?
You say what?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. It's a 15.
Traka, you only see just a line with a slant. You're not really sure what it could be, but Nylar, this could either be a Y or an X, possibly a V.
Could be a K. Could be a K or an R. You're not sure.
DRA, possibly a Y.
A V or an X.
Yep.
Are we trying? Who wrote this? Who wrote this that we're trying to decipher?
Finn Dizzle, as he was dying.
Is it in my language?
No, it is in common.
It's in blood on the floor.
You're trying to read it?
He's trying to tell us something before he dies.
So that is DUKE space DRA and then either Y, X, or V.
X.
Yeah, X or V.
Duke Drax.
Copyright.
As you decipher this, Malak, you do see his arm go limp and just lay in the blood. Dragoon, you and Sharkbait as well. Finn Dizzle is dead.
No!
No!
Damn,
I cannot be a cleric.
Bjork, I hear all the commotion that's going on. I feel like at this point I would kind of stumble over.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Dragoon, can I just ransack him?
Like, the fuck are you guys doing?
He's dead, Bjork. He's dead. Okay.
Who's dead?
The little bastard. I didn't even get to waterboard him with breakfast ale.
Okay.
Nylar?
Can I heal him from death with my thingy?
No, once you are dead, you are dead.
Well,
now, there are raised
whatever
dead spells.
Heal him, come out of him?
No.
I have a thought.
Well,
Wait,
so
wait.
how am I supposed to avenge him if it's still inside of him? Do I kill him again?
What makes... Actually, roll an intelligence check.
Will someone roll for intelligence for me, please?
14.
Let me check your plus.
Yep. Nothing.
Shit.
Yeah, nothing. So, with a 14...
Oh, I'm stupid as shit.
No, actually, you would know
No,
that
don't take that bad, man. We're not all intelligent.
the wound does not look like something crawled in, and it doesn't look like there's anything moving around in him. It was just a throat cut with a magical blade that caused him to die.
Can
So
I?
So we couldn't.
Bjork sees this, right?
Bjork, you're actually far away from this. You are at the table.
No,
drinking.
I said I walked up to the
Oh,
guys,
okay. I did not hear that.
trying
Sorry.
to figure out what was going on.
I mean, he also said he peed on the wound, but
That was
Yeah, he missed that too.
Yep, apparently so. You all
No,
notice... Go ahead.
I'd like to investigate Findizzle, looking for scrolls.
Dragoon called it first, so I'll
Okay.
let him have first rolls.
Okay.
And then Traka, I
So
know
after
you've
that-
been waiting patiently. Go ahead.
I feel like whoever's in the Professor Orb is fairly familiar with magic.
Yes.
I want to ask them if they know of a way I can really quickly speak with the dead.
He looks at you and he looks through the, lowers his glasses and says, there are several spells that allow you to speak to the dead, but you need someone to know how to use it.
You know a necromage?
So what you're telling me is I need an adult.
You need someone with magical ability.
Malak!
Whoa,
Malak!
This
I need you!
Dizzle.
Malak!
What's the other bird's name?
Dr.
up,
Filbert
Traka?
Freud.
Dr. Freud.
You're
Okay,
magic
Dizzle.
and you're an adult.
thought
I
I
need you to
lost
help
my
me
friend.
speak with the dead. Professor Orb says it's possible. You're the most responsible
So what's your
and the
professor,
most magic.
So what's that professor in there telling you that you need?
Someone that does magic and some stuff.
He reminds you, it's a spell called Speak with Dead.
Yeah, it's a spell called Speak with the Dead. You don't know it? You're not that magic? Are you even an adult?
Gugon was probably.
So I
Yeah,
kind of want to look at Traka puzzled
God, when I got it, I went to.
and
Drake, mute.
Drake.
I feel like it should be here and probably in the mechanics area. Am I muted?
Mute.
Nope,
Drake.
you're not muted. Okay.
Sorry.
so I'm gonna kind of look at Traka puzzled and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
You're the magic adult here. You're supposed to know these things.
So
You're the responsible one. We dubbed you this.
if I were to talk to the Professor Orb, would I be able to understand him?
No, only Traka can.
You can try.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to facilitate this with Traka.
He is drunk. Keep that in
so
mind.
I'm gonna
I'm
look at
gonna
Traka
take a drink out of my bag
Okay.
really quick.
and ask.
You don't need to
and
re-roll.
I'm-
It's just keep going.
Can I
This
see?
probably sobered you up a bit, but not to the point of having to re-roll a Constitution.
Can I see
So
him
I'm gonna-
drinking out of his bag?
I'm gonna ask Traka to
Probably.
ask the little man inside of the ball what spell that I need to do,
Speak with the dead.
Yeah,
and if
That's
he
what
can
it's
help
called.
me do that.
I cannot help anyone in here.
You-
I am simply a intelligent form placed into a ball. I have no magical
didn't-
powers of my own.
I
Bjork's
was wondering if there's a way I can draw a circle with some blood on the floor and put a star or some shit in there and throw some twigs and berries on a pile and it'll let me talk to a ghost.
Bjork's like, just talk to him,
non-magically
man.
do a magic spell.
He's
No.
dead. Speak with him.
That's not possible in this world.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can try, but it doesn't work like that. And then
It's just
Nylar.
gonna be like the Princess
feel
Bride
like-
moment.
Yeah.
No, but there's always another way to do magic.
I feel like as soon as Traka said that, Bjork would probably just start going ahead and drawing a star in Bedazzle's blood.
Okay. Go right ahead.
So,
And then
Brandon, can I
Nylar.
roll a history check?
Hold on. Nylar's been waiting for a bit.
Go ahead, Nylar.
Nylar's gonna move Finn Dizzle's body and open up that trap door.
Okay.
What?
You move the body over and you raise it up, and there is a staircase down there.
Yeet. I'm out.
What?
I'm gonna head down there.
All right. You head down.
I'm going to put Finn Dizzle in the bag of holding and follow Nylar.
That works.
Bjork, I saw Traka drinking something out of a bag.
Yep.
So I'd like to follow him to see what's in that bag.
Sounds good. I'm going to assume everyone goes down.
Yeah.
All right. So
Can
you all
I-
head downstairs. Does anyone not have dark vision? I think you all do.
I have
I don't.
120 feet of it.
Yeah, I know you have a large amount.
Would this tunnel be made out of rock, like carved out of it?
So it is more of a foundation. So it's like a storage area. And Malak,
Cobblestone.
I think Malak, you're the only one who wouldn't really be able to see much around. There's no light around.
I'd go ahead and
shark
like
bait.
to turn in. I'd like to tell everybody real quick. I'm going to tell everybody I can't see in this dark. I'm going to turn into a wolf.
Do wolves
Bjorn,
have
Did you
can
just
night?
I,
cast Fire Hand?
Do wolves have night vision?
I believe so.
Double check before you change.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just. Can he just magically produce fire out of his hand?
Yes, he could.
I can, but I
Torch
also don't want it to go out every couple minutes and have to constantly keep recasting.
What do you need?
Yeah, and that's what it would be. Just like puff of light, puff of light, puff of light, puff of light. So it wouldn't be very beneficial.
It's like carrying a
Yeah, and
match.
Bjork might flash back to the dancing days.
Yeah. So Sharkbait and Malak, you do not see much right now until you make any changes. Bjork, Traka, Nylar, Dragoon, you all see a storage area, and there are the staircase that you're walking down is coated in Finn Dizzle's blood, but you see no footsteps in front of you. I need you four to roll perception checks. And then Traka, Traka and Bjork, yours are at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
17.
All right, hold on. Too many people talk at the same time. Chris?
17.
Okay. Anthony?
15.
Okay. Nylar?
You said perception, right?
Yep.
11.
Okay. And Curtis?
9 with 3 for 12.
Okay. You don't really see anything out of place down here.
Other than the blood-soaked door.
Well, the blood-soaked stairs. But when you
Stairs,
get down
okay.
to the actual level, it's dirt down there, but it's not caked with the blood. It kind of was just sustained to the staircase. You look around and there's plenty of boxes and crates. There's a few kegs down here. It is the same circumference as the main bar area you were in. So it's basically just the bottom layer of the tavern.
Is there any way out?
You can roll an investigation to check
I will do that.
with disadvantage.
That is a 13.
You look around. There's no discernible exit except for the staircase.
Bjork, I'm gonna look at Traka, and I'm gonna be like, I
We
see
can
what
drown
you
him.
did. Now I'm gonna be like, I see what you did. I'm gonna wink at him, and I'm gonna head back upstairs to hang out with Dr. Freud.
Okay. Nylar, what do you want to do?
So you say there's no really indication if there's an exit?
You can roll your own investigation to find out.
Let me roll investigation.
Brandon. So instead of a wolf, I just did a little research. I'd like to turn into a giant bat.
Okay, perfect.
And then I have blind sight, so I can use echolocation to keep track of everybody.
Yep.
Would I
Nylar?
see him flying past me as I'm on my way back?
He probably actually transformed as you already turned your back, because this was all
Okay.
happening about the same time.
Okay, all right.
And then Nylar, what?
Nylar. 22.
Nylar, you look around, and you see some scuff marks around certain walls, but nothing just seems to pop out. You do see some scrape marks near one of the walls, which you kind of find odd, but when you look at the wall, you don't seem to see anything.
So I need to move the said box in the way to see if there's a hole if he crawled through like a tunnel.
Okay. You can roll a strength check.
That's a 17.
You're easily able to move the crate away, and it just looks like a wall behind there.
Do I feel a breeze?
Roll a perception check.
It's a 19.
You do. And it
Can I
is
smash said wall?
a hefty breeze.
I smashed said wall.
As you raise your fist to do so, your fist just flies straight through, and you realize the wall is an illusion.
Yeet! Running through. Let's go, boys.
All right. Nylar disappears into the hall.
And I say, yeet! Let's go, boys.
What's everyone doing?
I want to have a moment of clarity with myself. I want to roll perception to see if Traka would realize that Finn Dizzle was the bartender and never actually called the hookers.
Okay. I think
With
that would be
disadvantage. That is a 16.
Wouldn't do you think that would be history? Like thinking back?
Yes.
Well, I thought perception because I wanted to see if I could put the pieces together to realize that he was trying to keep me from being distracted so he could talk to me.
That
I feel like he's going with
epiphany.
He's going with past clues and present clues.
I would say that's probably a intelligence check because you're trying to piece together.
That would be a 12 then.
Okay, that's actually good enough. Finn Dizzle was the bartender in hopes that he could talk to you without being in his normal self, knowing how you reacted to him before and what he did before. He was probably trying to get you some information.
Did I find anything when I searched him for scrolls?
We did not get to that point because the body was moved and then put into the bag of holding.
I gotcha.
I'm just gonna run down the
hall next with Nylar. Okay, Chris.
I'm following them.
All right, Malak in your bat form.
I'm going to continue ahead and try my best to catch up with them.
Okay, what is your movement speed, by the way, as a bat?
Let me bring that up real fast.
Have you ever seen a bat? Bang!
That would be 60-foot flying speed, 10-foot walking speed.
Okay, perfect. So you can actually run fast or fly faster than they can. Walk. Perfect. Sharkbait, what do you want to do? Sharkbait may be busy. We'll just say he follows. All right. So you guys are running through. Nylar, you are in front. I need you to make a perception check. Traka, I would say you can too, since you're right behind him. But
What's
yours
that?
is with
Oh.
disadvantage.
Here, roll that. Roll that. Drop it. Here, roll it.
Oh, Anthony can't hear me yet.
Good roll. 23.
Okay, good to know. Anthony, I think you might be on mute. 12?
12.
Okay. Nyla, you definitely see footprints running through. You can't. What was your total score? Yeah.
23.
They are. You can tell from the footprints and the different weight distributions of the feet. They are very light-footed, but they are booking it.
Light-footed but hoofing it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to follow him.
All right. So you guys keep running another probably 60 feet. You are a tad bit slower than everyone else, Nylar, but I'd say with everyone's help, I'm just going to say you keep up. I need Traka and Nylar to roll perception again. And then Dragoon and Malak, you can roll perception to make sure you're looking for anything as you're running, if you would like.
That's a 10 for Dragoon.
Okay. Nylar, what was yours? 16?
17.
17. Malak? Malak?
Malak!
Sorry, I was trying to handle some stuff. What's up?
Perception check.
Okay. Hold
As a
on.
bat.
See, this is the problem I have with turning into animals. It's kind of hard to find where their stuff is.
Yep.
So I'm not seeing a perception on this one.
Then we will come back to you while I look that up. Traka, what was your perception?
Okay.
$14.
I am not
Looks
looking
like a
at
14.
the camera. Okay. So, Nyla, what was yours again? 17?
You would ask. I forgot now.
I think it was 17.
Yeah.
17.
You lose the trail.
Fuck. Can I quickly on my hands try to look around and see if I can find it again?
Yeah. Roll. I will say it'll take you a round to look again. But yes, you can.
Cool. That is a 21.
So, Malak, yours is a +1 for a giant bat.
Okay.
Did you say, what'd you say, Nylar?
21.
Okay. It does take you a little bit of time, but you're able to pick back up on the trail. You can keep on moving if you'd like.
I'm going to find this dude.
All right. So you keep running, and the tunnel that you're in doesn't really make sense at all. Like, the tavern was seemingly next to other buildings, so you're not sure why this tunnel is so long. But you continue running. Malak, what was your perception?
That would have been a whopping 16.
So you are blind as a bat, but you rely on your hearing in bat form. I would say with a 16, you can hear your crew, but nothing really else right now.
So I'm gonna keep.
You do have
going
advantage.
As fast as I can to catch up with them.
You do have advantage because you have keen hearing.
Okay, so let me roll one more time.
Okay.
That one's a little bit better. That was 18 plus the 1.
Okay.
So 19.
With a 19, it's very faint, but you can hear footsteps far ahead.
So I'm gonna. How far off am I from everybody else?
At this point, you're actually about 60 feet in front of everyone.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop and I want to revert into my turtle's form.
Okay.
And I want to warn them that I hear footsteps up ahead, but I want to be quiet about it so I'm not like alerting whoever's coming up on us.
Yes, so you relay the message that you heard faint footsteps far off in the distance.
And then I would like to roll for stealth if at all possible.
Yep, you definitely can. Stealth is half movement.
Did he say how far it was? Like right up ahead of us?
No, all he knows is it's in the distance. It is very quiet. He could barely hear it.
So I'm gonna do something crazy. Nylar's gonna assume he's talking straight ahead, and he's going to cloak and see how close he can get.
How far does that travel?
18 plus 1 for 19 for stealth.
Okay, good to know.
While stealth, that's it's 100. It was 100 something, wasn't it?
150 feet, I think.
I think so.
Okay. Are you doing the full movement?
Yeah. Why not?
So you all see Nylar disappear in front of you in a puff of smoke.
500 feet, by the way.
Are you doing 500 feet?
No, I'm gonna go as far as I want to say 500. Let's do 150 feet.
All right. You all see Nylar disappear, and then you hear screaming.
These fucking gnomes always fucking disappearing.
Nylar. You take
Prepare to die.
9 points of bludgeoning damage as you apparate back into a solid wall, and it pushes you out magically, and you just feel the bone, or your the magic in the rocks just mixing together and into your bones, and you pop out of the stonework. That fucking hurt.
It's a boy.
That did hurt. Did I see anything? Do I hear anything?
At this point, you don't see anything because you just popped out of a wall and you are disoriented. What's everyone else doing? You saw Nylar disappear and you cannot see him at all now. Go ahead, Traka.
I'd like to pull Findizzle's body out of the bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm going to sit it on my hand and kind of use my finger to move his mouth.
His body is bigger than your hand.
I can disappear. I'm special. Yay. And then put him back in the bag.
Okay, I'll allow it. Are you guys running
forward? It's going to haunt me forever because you don't fuck with the dead, but he deserved that.
I pictured you just barely pulled his head out and did that.
Yes.
That would make more sense,
I can disappear. Kind of sarcastically.
And then
apologize,
you realize,
sorry, Findizzle, I know you're dead, but
you just made Findizzle disappear too. So maybe you are magic. All right.
Maybe. I'm gonna holler down the tunnel, Nylar. See if it'll carry far enough for him to hear.
So the tunnel you're in, just for clarity's sake, is not made of stone. It's earthen. But roll a performance check to see how loud you can be. And then Bjork, I need you to roll perception.
Roll with
as
my
well.
dad voice, you dumb dice.
And then Nylar roll perception. Yep. So Nylar and Bjork perception.
18 total for Bjork.
Okay.
That would be a dirty 20, but I'm gonna go with a 7.
Okay.
Nylar rolled a perception.
Yep.
18.
And Bjork, what was yours?
It was 18.
I would say you're both able to hear your Nylar's name, but it's quiet to both of you. It's just like you know it came from underneath Bjork because you're kind of just standing up there drinking, and it comes up through the tunnel, but it's very faint to you. And Nylar, you're so far ahead you can only hear it faintly as well.
Yeah, Bjork, as I hear it, I'm going to be like, oh, that's a cool son, bitch. And then take another drink.
All right. I will need to make you do a Constitution saving throw at this point.
Disadvantage or
Yep.
straight? Disadvantage. Why'd I ask? 7 plus 5, 13, 12. 12.
Okay. You are still inebriated pretty well. You're keeping your buzz. You're keeping your buzz going. Dragoon, go ahead and roll another perception check. Malak, you as well, in your normal form now.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You actually notice that the footsteps go forward as well, but looking around, you're not also sure how this hallway is so long. Nylar and Dragoon. Malak, go ahead and roll perception real quick.
That would be a nat 1.
Okay.
I can't see shit.
Yep, you are blind as a bat. Yeah, Nylar and Dragoon, roll an intelligence check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. 8 or 18? 18. So dirty 20 and an 18. You both notice that, Nylar, you notice from your direction, it's somewhat at an angled degree downward. Dragoon, you notice on your side that it is also a downgrade. And ahead of you about, what's your dark vision? 60 feet, Dragoon?
Yeah.
And Nylar, yours is 120 feet. You guys look toward each other. I will say, Nylar, you can see them. They can't see you. So they're somewhere between 60 and 120 feet from them. But you do see where it meets in the middle and makes like a small V shape, right? And in that middle, you guys see a path going another direction.
Can we see if that's? Can I investigate and see if that's the way he went, or is that the only way?
You are too far away. You would have to run for a good 25 feet every 6 seconds. For a good minute, you'd have to run that way. Unless you have another another shot on your.
I believe I have unlimited. Oh, hold on.
Is it say like once per short rest, maybe? Or long rest?
200 stating feet, 200 feet face down, or 400. You can actually. What? One action, casting time, one action.
Oh, that's all it says? Okay, then you could probably use it again to pop that way.
Sure, pop it.
All right. Dragoon, I'd say you're probably heading that direction too, yeah? All right, so you guys head towards that direction, and you meet up almost at the same time as Dragoon. You were pretty close. And you look down the hallway. I need you both to roll an investigation.
Investigation? That's a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll do for sure.
23.
That'll do as well. So you both see, looking down this hallway, you see the footsteps again, but the hallway isn't very long. It leads to a ladder.
I'm going to nudge Nylar and be like, you see that?
It leads into a hallway.
No, it leads to a ladder.
Shall we?
Yeah, we shall.
All right. So you all head up to the ladder, through the ladder. Guessing that's a yes.
Can we look up and see how high it is?
It's about 30 feet.
He says, I cannot make the jump. You're gonna have to toss me.
Can I throw Nylar up there?
There's a hatch. Don't throw me up there.
I'll throw you up high enough you can grab the ladder at the top.
Nope. My move. Is there a climbing speed?
For ladders, it's just your movement speed.
It's 25 feet. I'm all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't make it quite there, but being as you're the first one there, everyone has to wait on you. But you do eventually raise up in front of a burned out house.
Is this house on fire? Oh, shit!
Can I throw an investigation on that to see where we're at?
Yeah.
It's the same house we caught on fire. I could tell you that.
Bjork, at this time, I feel like I'd be getting bored.
They're mad.
Probably walk outside.
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah.
You walk outside. You do see like a goat, and it's just standing across the aisle or across the hall. But yeah, there's.
Can I sit down with that goat?
Sure.
Okay. I feel like I probably brought a glass of ale with me as well.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bjork, you are not to be seen on this map.
Yep.
But everyone else pops up right in front of this burned out house.
Yeah, I'm just
Dragoon
sitting here hanging out with this
I feel
goat.
like I'm still in the tunnel playing with Vin Diesel.
Oh, okay, cool. So you are not here either.
And I wasn't included in the trip to the ladder, so it's all good.
Did
I'd say you were still with them though, so it's up to you if you wanted to go up the ladder or not.
Did Dr.
I got a
Freud follow
friend and
me,
a
or
bunch
is
of
he
booze.
just...
I'll be okay. I'm gonna sit him up in the wall and put some beer in a glass for him, and sit there and talk with him while I get shit faced.
Okay.
So we lost Chaka.
Yep, Traka's in the tunnels, drinking.
Chaka's hanging out with a dead gnome, and I'm chilling with a goat.
Yep, and not shark bait. Dr. Freud is with you, drinking with you with the goat.
Ah.
What is Sharkbait doing?
Sharkbait, I'm assuming you're just following along.
Okay.
Let
me know if you need me.
Okay. So you're standing.
Would I
in front
know
of this...
any like drinking shanties or anything?
With your background,
maybe
definitely.
From my army days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing a few as loud and as belligerently as I can.
Roll performance.
I'm gonna need you to act this out.
We will see. Yeah, act it out
I'm
as your
outside.
performance.
Can someone roll a dice for me?
I got you.
I know it's +1.
16 plus
20.
1.
7. I'll take that one.
Which one? Which one are you taking?
The 20.
Okay.
Nat 20.
I'm belting him out. I got my arm around Vin Diesel's body.
Yeah, and it's so
singing
weird.
songs of the 501st.
Bjork, off in the distance, you hear some shanties that just makes you want to drink and dance.
I'm gonna... You said off in the distance?
Yeah.
Can I throw investigation to see which direction that's coming from?
With disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Can I throw a perception to see if I hear this?
It's a
You would
flat
hear it.
12.
Flat 12. I would say, what's your passive?
Passive?
Oh, wait, never mind. Investigation. I was thinking perception. A flat 12, I would say 13. You can definitely hear it coming from the south. But you're not really sure how far.
I'd like to I'm gonna grab the reins behind Dr. What is it? Freud?
Freud.
Dr. Freud?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab the reins behind him and start pushing him in the direction and
Okay.
start singing along with the shanty.
And he joins you with the shanty singing, and he kind of just like do 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 do, waving his wings in the air.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, he flaps a little too hard, and his wheelchair kind of lifts off the ground just momentarily, and then settles back down, making your arm go,
I kind of pull him back down.
Yeah.
I'm like, my God, man, take another drink.
Exactly, and he does. Dragoon, you're rolling an investigation on this burned out house.
Yes.
All right, roll.
It was an 18.
This is the house you guys burnt down.
Called it.
Look down at Nylar. Like,
How many burned down houses are in this town?
Right.
Probably a few, to be honest. It's a huge place.
Oh. All right.
But
yeah.
looking
I guess
around,
we're not the only idiots in this town.
Yeah, exactly. Looking around, it does look familiar, but
We're cleared of all these charges, right?
yes, you are.
Awesome.
You look around and the street, like people are looking at you crawling out of this manhole.
Are they covered in shit?
It's not the weirdest thing they've seen. They are not covered in shit. They're probably dirty from running through a regular, like a carved out tunnel, but
Okay, but not quite like a sewer drainage.
right. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It was not a sewer system that you were running through. Where the ladder was a beginning of one.
Got it.
And also, with Dragoon, with that roll, knowing the direction that you guys came through the tunnel and the turnoff, you can see off in the distance the tavern, and you see Bjork and Dr. Freud rolling this way.
Nice. Nylar.
Yeah, go ahead, Nylar.
Can I investigate to see which direction the assassin went?
You can certainly try.
Never mind.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
All right. Looking around, the streets are just too crowded. The footsteps that Malak may have heard may have actually been the footsteps of going up the ladder. He seemed to be pretty far ahead of you. As you look around, you don't really see the shadowy figure that you saw before. You still didn't even get a good glimpse before, but everyone just looks kind of normal walking around midday.
Shit.
I'm gonna look at Nylar and be like, well, I'm gonna go back that way and see if I can find Traka and crawl back down the manhole.
Is there a trash can nearby?
I would say there's probably one on this block, yeah.
I want to kick the trash can.
I'm definitely in the trash can.
You're definitely in the trash can?
Yes.
Okay.
Traka's in the trash can?
Dragoon, you
I haven't made it out of the tunnel yet.
No, you spelled.
Yeah, you're still in I think you're still in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Is there a trash can in the tunnel?
Not that you could see, because you are not in the tunnel.
This is my home now. I live here.
Dragoon, you go down and you see Vin Diesel propped up against the wall with like some kind of sunglasses in medieval form and a backwards hat. Just kind of sitting there with a beer in his hand, just like, hey guys, and Traka's over there like, hey, what are you doing? Like talking to Vin Diesel.
Somehow he grew dreads.
Yeah. Very brilliant. Yep.
I'm definitely still singing.
Oh yeah, for sure. And beautifully with that nat 20.
Fucking Celine Dion in this bitch.
Yep.
Oh, Canada.
Whoa. Mariah Carey. All right.
I got a little boogie in my step as I'm walking down to him.
Pick your
you know
nose.
How you make a hanky dance. You put a little boogie in it.
Yep.
I start,
Did you say Dragoon's got a bugger?
Yeah.
Is it black?
He's got a little boogie.
I got a snotty rock for him if he wants it back.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Malak, what are you doing? You see this burned out husk in front of you. Nylar's looking around for something. What are you wanting to do?
Stop climbing on the table.
It's Cork.
I'd like to, man. I don't know. I need to ponder everything that just happened to see if I can understand better about what happened exactly with Findizzle's wounds.
Okay.
He's dead.
So you're just gonna think about it for a bit?
Right, because this is obviously a dangerous person who just got away.
Mm-hmm.
And they did something that when I tried healing him with magic, it worked for a second, but then instantly just dissipated it and the magic didn't matter. So they've obviously got some sort of enchanted item or a magical
What was
item.
that?
Yep.
So I want to kind of ponder on it and see if I know anything.
Roll an intelligence or arcana, whichever is higher.
So are you meditating?
He's kind of just like spacing right now as you guys approach.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and roll arcana because I'm proficient in it.
That'll work.
And that would be a 16 plus 4 for a dirty 20.
Thinking back about the wound and what you did see from the assassin, you were able to see the glint of the knife sliding across his neck.
Love you, bub. Sleep
You
good.
would discern that
Found
the wound was definitely magical, and when you placed a healing spell on it, on the wound itself, or on the person rather that's afflicted by the wound, the spell was reversed and multiplied and made things worse. And it is intentionally made to do so.
You killed him.
So if I would have tried to heal him, it would have just wrecked it.
Yeah, basically. It would have just
I
like
didn't.
gone. Yeah. He wouldn't have
I was
had
like, oh,
Yeah. He would not have even had the time to write the name if you had.
No, because Malak already killed him, right? He tried to heal him.
Malak made it worse.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
Fucking Malak.
Yeah, Traka.
I feel like it's going to set in that he's actually dead. I mean, I probably already knew that, but I didn't put it all together being drunk. So I think at this point I'm going to finish off whatever I have in my hand or glass at the time and say this probably isn't where you'd want to be, but I'm going to bury you here and bid him farewell and start burying Findizzle. After I take all of his stuff to give to Dragoon.
Do you have a spade or anything with you?
I have a knife. I feel like being in a cave for so long and being a ranger,
you could probably make
army
shift.
veteran,
Yeah.
I could dig a big enough hole for a gnome with a knife in my hands.
The way I'm imagining it is you'd probably
I could use my shield as well.
Build into the wall.
Yark, have I made my way up there yet?
Are you
looking?
Yeah, you're right at the entrance of the sewer grate at this point.
I was following the singing.
Yeah, Traka, would you bury him into one of the walls or into the ground that you guys were walking on?
I wouldn't feel right about it if he wasn't in the ground.
Well, you're underground, period.
Well, what I'm walking on, what Traka's walking on, I feel like he would say is the ground.
Okay.
His perspective is the dead need to go in the ground.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah,
So
just
he's
kind of
gonna dig his hole there and just bury him, give him a nice little reception, kind of apologize. I may have been an ass. I just wish he would have told me the truth.
All right.
I will never know. Let it go at that. Salute. Have a good day. That was a horrible salute, left-handed and shit.
Yeah, but you're still inebriated.
Yeah, it was the hand I went
Brian's
to.
gonna yell at you.
He's having an aneurysm right now. I can see it.
The Dragoon, what he hands you, and Traka, as you're going through the pockets, there's not a lot there. There is a hefty amount of gold. There's a gold coin purse on him with 122 gold pieces.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep that.
And
oh, what a dick!
300 platinum pieces.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna retract that. I'm gonna keep the platinum and split the gold.
Okay.
What a dick!
Wait. Hold on. Though.
Too late.
Pause.
Too late.
I originally
No,
asked
he
to
already
investigate him while he
did.
was dead.
But Nylar moved his body and
That's
they
true.
stuffed him into the
Yeah,
bag of
Alright.
holding.
he was moved. I investigated too. But
Yeah.
he
I
was
figured
moved.
you guys would have investigated. Let me run while you guys check the body real quick. But
Nope, it was stuffed.
That's
We're
what
a
I
fucking
get
team.
for
We go
thinking.
together.
You
It's
do,
hard to check pockets while you're running with the guy.
y'all don't have to run with me.
Traka, you do
That's
see just like ornate jewelry. It looks expensive, but it also looks very old. So maybe
I'm gonna
heirlooms.
stuff it in the bag of holding.
Okay. So just make a note of jewelry right now, and I'll send you a list.
Okay.
Mystery jewelry, maybe.
Do you keep him in his robes?
Yes, I want to clean him up. Kind of. I'll use beer. I know it's not what he would want, but I'm gonna clean the blood off him, get him presentable, and do
You
the
do have a
whole
water
crossed
skin.
arms.
I want to help.
Do what it takes to clean him up, get him ready, proper burial.
Would you
It's
use a
kind
water
of
skin
big
instead?
deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So you clean him up,
Like
get him ready. Nylar, go ahead.
Did I ever find that trash can?
You did, and you kicked it. And you kicked it good. However, it is wrapped in steel. So, I mean, you kicked it, and it left a dent, but it didn't, like, roll over or whatever, right?
Damn.
Do you wrap him in anything? I'm thinking, like, ceremonial in a way that Traka would do. You would have...
I'd wrap him in my bedroll.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
thinking.
can't burn him in a tunnel, but I'm going to bury him in it.
Okay. So you wrap him in the bedroll, and you wrap him up tight. Mummy-esque in a way.
Tie it off.
And bury him. It takes you quite a while. Dragoon down there probably helping you as well. It probably takes a good 20 minutes to get the proper depth with your shield helping. It helped out a lot. And you're able to bury him. Do you call everyone down before you cover him back up?
I feel like I stayed singing while I was burying him.
You probably would, yeah. Ceremonial makes sense.
Just make it for him, and we didn't really get along that great, as everyone saw, but he wasn't a bad being. He wasn't evil. He didn't have ill intentions. He just was hiding his true plan.
All right. Sounds good.
Bjork, I feel like I'd probably be walking up on the guys by now.
Yeah, I would say you probably still hear Traka singing down below, so you'd probably go down below as well. You did see Dragoon hop down.
Well, I knew that they went down the stairs.
Yeah. And then you
Into
seen
a
Dragoon.
tunnel.
You seen them standing up here, and then you saw Dragoon hop down into the hole.
Right.
And then Nylar go kick a trash can.
Well, yeah. Okay. I thought I was right outside the tavern.
No, because remember
the
you
goat.
started walking towards the singing.
Okay. All right.
I don't think Filbert's chair can make it through that hatch, so you had to go down the road.
Actually,
I
his chair
figured
would've.
if I had Filbert, I probably just pushed him and let him fall down into the hatch.
He can actually get down in the hatch pretty easily. He pushes a few buttons on his chair, and you guys see like an aura underneath his chair, and where his spikes were out originally, they kind of retract back in, and his wheelchair almost seemingly shrinks just enough to fit down. And as he lands onto the ground underneath and into the tunnels, he pushes a couple other buttons, and he does look smaller than normal. But as he finishes pushing buttons, he goes back to normal size, and the spikes come out again.
Yeah, and as I reach the back of his chair again, I'm like, man, that's fucking cool. And I'm gonna keep pushing him down this little tunnel.
All right. You come across Traka burying what is now ceremoniously wrapped gnome-sized body.
I was going to kind of slap Bjork on the chest and say, "Attention, soldier."
I'm gonna take the last big swig that I have out of my cup. No check?
Nope,
Good.
no check. I would say from the walking and everything, you're kind of starting to burn off a bit, and now it's just regular drinking. It's not like binging. Sharkbait, you see them going down into the hole as well. Do you follow? And I'm not sure if he's available right now.
Yes, I follow.
All right, you see them, and you see Traka singing over this gnome-sized wrapped body. What do you do?
I want to stand in a glorious pose and pay tribute.
And you do. And as a paladin, you feel almost obligated to say the last rites.
I shall do that.
All right.
Do I know any?
You would know some verses from the whatever god you follow. I would say you don't have to act it out because I'm putting you on the spot and you're at work. But you say some rites. Kind of make the holy symbol as you hold your holy symbol and kind of flick it at him at his grave to kind of bless it. And you turn around and you say, "Does anyone have any last words?"
Just say F.
Okay. Traka says F. We'll go in order now. Chris?
Well, fuck it. Our bad.
You say fuck it, our bad?
Yep.
All right, Malak.
I'm going to follow in Traka's stead and say F.
All right. Nylar.
Oh, we're all down there now?
Yep.
I don't know any ceremonious gnomish things I had to do. But I'm gonna do some ceremonial gnomish.
Yeah, and you would be
very well.
You would be familiar with it, having your wife and daughter lost. You say a quick prayer, gnomish, and you make the sign of your clan in the air. Though this gnome may not be in the same clan, it is what you are used to in your burial rites.
Yeah.
Bjork?
Bjork, kind of final words. It's going to be a two-part thing here. First, I'm going to look to Traka and I'm going to say, give me a drink from your bag.
I'm going to pour him a drink. I'm going to say, let me see your water skin.
Oh, it's already full of water.
Dump it out. You don't need water.
Okay. Well, I'm going to drink it.
Chug the water?
I've got the mug from the bar in my hand.
Oh, okay. Then
So
I'll just spill
just
his
hold
mug.
that out.
Okay.
I do the whole spit out, and I'm like, breakfast beer.
All right.
And pour it in there.
As soon as the phone hits the brim, I'm gonna chug the whole mug. I'm gonna pull out my longbow because we don't have a rifle to shoot. I'm gonna pull out my longbow and cock an arrow and just kind of shoot it almost straight up, kind of at an angle.
Roll a Constitution saving throw since you just chugged another beer.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
That is an 8 with 5, 13.
You are maintaining your buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Now roll an attack with your bow with disadvantage.
Okay. Let me
You got a drunk guy
that real
pointing an
quick.
arrow down in a tunnel full of people.
Yeah. Yep. You said disadvantage.
Yes, please.
That's an 18 and a 10 with 14.
I would say it's plenty enough not to hit your people. You shoot.
Yeah, I just let it loose, and you hear the arrow tip kind of ricochet off the cobblestone, just shing.
So the tunnel underneath is actually all earth.
Oh, okay. All right. So I would say it just sticks in the ceiling above us.
And it does crumble a bit. And are you doing a 21 arrow salute?
No, just one.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to the other guys and be like, "You gonna follow?"
I'll look at him. I'll look at Bjork and go, "Don't carry arrows, bud." As you can tell, I'm a barbarian, not the stealthy kind. Though my stealth is really good.
All right. And then I think
Everything's
shark bait
Sorry.
is the last one. If you want to say anything as your closing remarks, shark bait.
I think I'll just stick with the whole prayer thing. Because I feel like I wasn't very fond of him because I was about to just throw him to those fucking guards before I got caught.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick with the prayer.
Okay. With that, who takes the first scoop of dirt to put on top?
I feel like Traka has that honor.
Yeah.
Traka,
Chaka dug it. Chaka did it.
Traka, you start filling it in, and that is a good place to take
Hey,
a break.
from whence we came, we shall remain, and throw the dirt on top of them and walk away.
We are complete again.
And with that, we are going to take a really quick break so I can get some more water. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, so stick around.
See
We're
how it is.
prehistoric,
Y'all play
alright.
video games while we're D&D, and I'm turning on Apex.
No, you are not. I will kill you all.
No.
And we are
No,
back.
they get to COD
Alright.
Mobile while they're
All right,
playing.
shark bait.
Sharkbait's at work this time.
Yeah.
Name what?
Okay. Nothing, man.
All right. You guys continue, finish burying Findizzle, and you pack down the dirt, and you crawl out of the tunnel. Bjork, did you grab the arrow as you walked out, or are you going to leave it there?
Nah, I'm gonna leave it.
All right. Good to know. -1 arrow.
Yep.
And with that, you guys appear in front of this burnt-out husk of a house. The roadway is quite busy, as it is probably 11 a.m. to noon. What do you guys want to do?
Is there a blacksmith nearby?
You don't know.
I feel like
You can-
we need to have a party.
You can definitely go up to people and ask if you'd like. I would
Sure.
just be like, I guess an investigation roll.
I'm gonna ask
Hang on.
politely and like a gentleman and like you know.
Is there an
Intelligence.
inquisitorial stat?
Are we're just in an alley, right?
No, you're on the main street.
All right. Trucka, fill up my cup.
Excuse me, soldier?
I said fill up my cup, Captain.
There you go. I fill up his cup.
All right.
Hey, I want to look for whoever can make me more stuff for my mimic.
Okay. You would need to ask around for that as well.
And I would like to do that, please.
That's an awkward conversation. Do you know
Investigation.
anyone who makes tiny furniture?
Oh, and Nylar.
Yep. Nyla, what you got?
Could he possibly
So I
eat a mini
one
carrot
I
and
rolled a
become a carrot?
15 for the investigation, and 2 I need to roll animal handling real quick.
Yes, you do. And with a
Yes,
15,
I do too.
I'd say it took you quite a
I'm
while.
proficient with Walter now.
Nice. I would say while you're walking around asking people, while also having your trash panda in your arms, Nylar, no one seems to want to talk to you with an animal in your hands. A wild animal at that.
Well, he's not wild, right?
I want to
He's still
yell
wild right now.
obnoxiously loudly. Try riding him.
I rolled a 20, a natural 20.
Well, you get a success, but he's still not tame yet. It takes 10 successes.
It takes how many?
10.
I don't even remember how many I've done. I think
You're
I'm
at
at
4.
I think I'm at 4.
Yeah, you're at
I'd
4.
just like to say, shark bait out of character. If you convince Nylar to become proficient in woodworking, I feel like everything he would make is tiny furniture.
That's possible.
You cut out after I think.
He wants me to be a carpenter of tiny furniture.
Can you build us a nice little carriage so we can carriage around?
I can't build shit.
You
I have a
can't.
cart.
You also can't have a mimic turn into a carriage because when you walk inside, you would literally sit in his stomach and die.
He will eat us.
Yeah.
You don't have to be inside. You can be on top.
Yeah, but
It
we
doesn't have
get,
to be
what,
covered
10 minutes?
Yeah. So you can't really ride them because when they're this young, they're like the size of a chest or a doorway.
Yeah, but if I keep
Not a
working,
cart.
Oh.
Could it
He has to get massive, which
could it
takes
copy
time.
just a roof?
A roof?
well,
No.
I don't plan on killing him anytime soon.
Okay. Just
Oh,
keep that
yeah,
in mind.
hey.
Entire thing.
No, he basically they have to be an entire structure. So like an entire chest or an entire table or he can't just be like one leg of a table or
That'd be awesome.
I meant like the trusses and the shingles, and just if you lifted the top of the house off of the framing for the walls and stuff, just that one piece. Or like
You're
say
getting
you took
technical,
the
man. This is D&D.
lid off of a carriage. This is how D&D works.
I don't
I've been
think
on
so
the internet.
because if you think about it, the way mimics work, they don't like just maintain a certain shape. They're a solid object. So if the entire roof was one solid object, a person would look up and they would see like the mouth of a mimic inside. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I'm okay with them seeing the mouth.
well, yeah, it'd be the last thing they saw, but yeah.
I mean, that's cool too. It could be our
Sitting in the
it could be our
carriage and the
trap
tongue
mimic.
comes out and it's like.
It could be a trap mimic.
But to become large enough to be just a roof or just at the top of a carriage takes many years.
Right now, he could be the roof of a doghouse.
I don't even, honestly, not even that. He's still not big enough for that.
Okay, so what if I just like snap someone's neck and shove him in the chest that he is?
You would tell the chest to open
Forcefully.
wide, and he would eat it.
Perfect.
Remember, you do need to keep him fed because wild animals do revert.
I thought we've been feeding him this whole time.
Yeah, you have. That's what I'm saying. Just keep feeding him.
Yeah. I
don't run out of
Where I
food.
just start feeding him our enemies.
Yeah, and I kind of see that. Like, I'd say like every time you kill a baddie, you're like just gonna give one to the mimic. Same with you, Malak.
A baddie. What game is that from?
I have no idea.
Borderlands?
So you guys are on top of the street, standing at the burnt out husk. What are you doing?
Nobody wants to talk to me because I'm holding a trash panda.
Yeah, no one's really talking to you because you have a raccoon in your hands, and this is a city.
I want to ask around for a weapons smith person.
Okay, you can start trying.
It's literally what I've been trying to ask, but they won't talk to me because of my.
What do I roll?
I want to go with him because I want to make dagger handles and stuff for my prizes.
Okay, that would be investigation. Just ask around.
That doesn't happen. That's
Well,
dual
someone-
19s plus 5.
Will someone roll for me, please?
Sharkbait, are you asking?
What you want?
Are you just tagging around with Dragoon, or are you
I
asking
want to do
people
the
yourself?
same thing. I want to help him, but not with him.
Okay, so you can't help him.
Cover more ground.
Okay, I see. Then to meet up and meet. Okay, yeah.
It's a 12 for Sharkbait.
With that,
Plus,
you guys.
I think he said his investigation was 14.
Oh, helping just gives Dragoon advantage.
Okay.
And he rolled double 18, so plus 4 or whatever.
19s.
How'd you roll twice?
Advantage.
Because I have in investigation, I have advantage. Yeah.
And Sharkbait helped him, so that would have given him an advantage anyways. So you do find some people who kind of direct you to like gave you directions, but before all of you can head that way.
Oh no, Bjark's looking for a different tavern.
Well, you're all together currently, and I lost my spot. Oh, so
Derailed.
the street you're on is kind of like it's well paved, it's well taken care of, except for the fucking house you burned down.
And talk about.
There's a lot of different,
Still in good shape.
different races walking around, different different sized people. There are just dogs running around, cats running around. It's not a super nice city. Certain parts are probably nicer, but this area is very average. Property value just went down because there's an abandoned, burnt down house. But other than that, everything looks okay. All of a sudden, all of you hear a cry down the street, and you turn around and look, and there's a pair of horses pulling a carriage, and they are going wild down the street towards you guys. The driver's thrown from his seat, and the carriage starts careening out of control down the road straight towards you. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Damn it, that's not what I was envisioning.
Can I do something?
Sure.
I want to make myself look really, really big, and I'm going to scream really, really loud in front of the horses to make them stop.
Can I remember the time that I tried jumping on
It
the...
works in real life. It's how you stop a running rampant horse. You jump in front of it, and it's like, and it will fucking haul ass to stop.
You would need to roll
But I'd need to roll a performance.
an animal handling to see if you would know that as
Hey.
you.
I want to help him so he gets advantage. I want to get big with my wings.
Okay. So Traka, you kind of say, "Hey, get big." Go ahead and roll animal handling with advantage.
Bjork, I feel like I just turn around and be like, the fuck?
That's a 12.
I would say that's good
12
enough.
with advantage.
Yeah, and Sharkbait standing there next to you, wings spread, and Dr. Philbert Freud sees this and does the same thing. Dragoon jumps out of the way perfectly, seemingly safe out of the way. Bjork just kind of stares at the horses like, "Hi, buddy." And the horses do stammer to a stop, just long enough to move around you. But it is unoccupied, and they are now running around you.
Nylar,
Yep,
can I poof onto the carriage and slow the horses down?
you can certainly try.
Okay, I'm gonna try to poof.
Go ahead and do a dexterity check to see if you can time it right.
That's a 17 plus 4.
Yeah,
21.
you're able to pop up there. Anyone else grabbing on as it's running by?
Sharkbait will.
No.
Sure.
All right,
No, I'm
Sharkbait
not.
jumps up.
Dragoon.
Dragoon jumps up. Traka,
Okay.
Malak.
I'm good. After my last experience with horses, I'm really not trying to mess with horses anymore.
Okay, yeah, that's probably
Give me
good.
that sugar. Come to the chat out.
I'm at
Malak.
Sugar.
like
As you
I
see
am
these
100%
horses,
actually avoiding these.
as you see these horses running by, you hear a voice in your head says, "Give me that sugar," and it chills you to the bone.
Yeah.
And one of the horses seems to look at you, Malak, and just winks, and you know it was at you. Everyone on the cart.
Now I want to withdraw into my shell.
Okay. Everyone on the cart, roll an animal handling check.
Nyla, no.
$19, Dragoon.
Oh,
Nylar, I want Nylar to roll for me, please.
All right. hang on.
What am I rolling?
animal handling.
Animal handling.
As you're on the cart, you're all
That's
trying
a
to stop it.
9.
What's shark baits?
Shark bait is +4, so 13.
Oh,
Okay.
you rolled for him?
Anthony did, I think.
Oh.
Oh, no? Anthony rolled a 9 by himself? Who's
I
rolling for
rolled a
Drake?
9.
I did.
Yes.
I rolled. You say he's +4?
Yep.
16.
Okay.
He requested Nylar to roll for him.
Gotcha. I missed that. Sorry. Bjork, you're standing back as these guys grab the reins. And Malak, you're kind of hiding in your shell, so you don't really see much. Dr. Firbolt Freud is just shaking his head. But you do get the horses calmed down pretty quickly, thanks to Dragoon's quick thinking, and grabbing the reins and slowly easing on the flanks, trying to get them to slow down, and they do. The horses calm down. They kind of stop, and they kind of like hoof at the ground, like horses do when they're agitated, right? Dragoon, since you calm them down the best, I will let you do an investigation on the horses to find out maybe what happened.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I rolled
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, Chris still got higher.
Yeah, I just completely forgot. Like space mine.
Investigation.
Yep.
That is a 16.
16. All right. You look around, and at first you look at the cart, and the cart seems okay. But then you go up towards the horses, and you see a crossbow bolt sticking out of one of the flanks of the horses. Inside of the carriage, you hear a lot of grunting and kind of whimpering coming from inside the carriage. And the door swings open, and a dwarf falls out, noble clothing, and with him he's holding a wooden case. But as he's stumbling out, he starts like wavering a little bit. And what the fuck just happened?
Traka,
Yep.
can I get in the cart since the door's open?
Yeah.
I want to see why he fell out naked.
Oh, he's not naked. He's dressed in noble
Just gonna
noble
crawl
clothing.
in and sit down. Like, how's it going?
Okay. You go inside and you sit down. You are alone
You're
inside the
breaking
cart.
up really bad.
Am I breaking up for anyone else? Hello?
Huh?
No,
It might be you, Traka.
I can hear you.
Shark bait will. I'm down with Beretta.
Just a second.
Sorry, folks. We're having some technical difficulties. Traka, can you try to rejoin? Yep, he is.
Does my investigation? Oh, never mind. I wasn't there for the horse incident, was I?
No one was. They were running down the street, and then you were able to calm them down.
No. I mean, for when Malak got slit, it was.
Oh, no,
to
you
that
were not
horse
there for
about
that
the
either.
sugar.
And Malak is still in a shell. It's up to him when he wants to come out. So actually, I would say you guys.
I'm 100% staying in my shell.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Bjork is back here with you. Sharkbait hopped on, and they can stay apart.
Yeah, Bjork
any
is still
better?
looking down the street like, what the fuck just happened?
Traka, can you hear me better now?
Okay, computer's not working. Switching back to phone.
Oh,
No,
nice.
he can't.
Guess
He's
not.
switching to phone.
Okay.
I'm telling you guys, phone never lets you down, man.
That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm on my
See?
computer because I have to.
Y'all laugh at me for not having
I
internet.
don't have a webcam or a sweet mic, nor do I have broadcasting equipment.
True.
Hey man, they
remember
make a
my
tower
first
for that
beer.
now.
I do have Gigaspeed though.
Hell yeah.
Stuff and things happened, right?
Yep.
Stuff and things.
So a dwarven nobleman falls out, and he's holding a wooden case, and he's kind of wavering, and he said, "What happened?"
I'm in the cart, correct?
Yes, you climbed into the cart, and you said something about someone being naked, but no one was naked.
Nyla.
I thought you said he fell out of the cart naked.
No.
I'm
He's
sorry,
dressed as a noble.
Is there anyone? Can I roll investigation for inside the cart?
Yes, you can.
Disadvantage still, or am I past that?
I would say by this point you are sober. And Bjork, you probably would be too, or you're sobering up, Bjork.
That was
Yeah.
fucking 5 6s in a row. That's a 7.
Jesus.
It's a cart.
Yeah, it's a carriage. It is empty, but it's plush. Not quite as fancy as the one you had before, but it is plush. Argus kind of looks back at you and kind of rattled. Goes, I'm wow, I can't talk. I am Argus Goldblood. Thank you guys. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the carriage just went out of control, and then I seen my driver fall off, and I had no way to stop it. So thank you. Why don't you come to my lodgings on High Street, and I'll give you a reward.
Whoa. You got to buy me a drink first.
We will have plenty of drinks at my abode.
Bruh, what kind of drink do you have?
He kind of like waves you in, even though you're already inside. He waves the rest of you to come in. And he says, "Come to my abode, and I'll help you out. I'll get you any drink that you prefer. I'll even have my men go out and get
full
it."
of breakfast ale?
What'd you say?
So do you have 4 kegs of breakfast ale?
I can get you 4 kegs of breakfast ale.
Sweet. Because I already have 4, but I might be interested in some more.
About this time, The guards start approaching to find out what happened on the street. Obviously, something unusual happened. They're not coming after you guys. They're walking up to the cart. And we're like, hey, what happened?
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Bjork and Malak, do you make your way up that way?
Uh,
How close are the horses to me?
Right now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. About 50 feet.
And I did recognize one as the one that hit me in the face with his dick, right?
No, you were just traumatized and you thought it was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just keep assuming that this is the horse that hit me in the face with his dick. And I'm going to blitz as fast as I can to catch up with everybody while avoiding horses. Specifically the one that I think hit me in the face with its dick.
The horses would be in front of you if you caught up to them because they're attached to a carriage. And he's inviting you into the carriage.
Okay, so Bjork's still back here with me, though, right?
I think Bjork said he started walking towards it.
No, Bjork, my drink's gone, man. It's been a minute, so I'm looking for another tavern.
The closest tavern.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow Bjork.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw all this shit go down. I was like, "What the fuck is going?" And whatever.
All right.
And I'm going to explain to Bjork what happened while we are walking to that tavern as to why I do not want to be anywhere near that horse.
All right. Okay. So you all see Bjork and Malak walking away. Dr. Philbert Freud's going to stick with the smart people.
And Malak, remember that Bjork tried to ride that horse before you had your confrontation. I got bucked off.
Is everyone else getting in the cart?
Oh, what was said?
He's offering you a reward at his house.
Sure, I'll take it.
Can I ask Argus a question?
Yeah.
Can I put your whole body except for your head in my bag of holding?
Your bag would not be wide enough to put me in. Dwarves are very stout.
I'm gonna hand measure him and compare to my bag.
It's pretty close.
I think you're gonna fit in here, dude.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try and put everything except for his head in the bag of holding.
All right. As you do, you place. For some reason, he lets you try, smiling the entire time. You get one leg in. He starts to put the other.
It's Trader Joe.
And
smiling.
No, he's not smiling. He's just doing what you're asked because you just saved his life. You see his other foot go in, and you start to pull up the bag, and ale starts leaking out. And gold starts pouring out. And the bag rips. And now you just have 2 pieces of fabric and 4 kegs of ale surrounding you. And everything
guessing
inside.
We're drowning in his cart then because it probably doesn't have enough room to hold of that beer.
He was still outside.
I was in his cart.
Yeah, but
and I pulled.
Coming from the feet, you would have had to step out.
Okay, I just grabbed my gold and fuck off then.
Okay.
I'm going to go find a bar with Bjork.
All right. So you are foregoing the reward?
I'll take it. I need money.
They can have it. I got plenty.
Okay.
I gave all my money to get them out of jail. I have nothing.
All right. So you guys are splitting party. Traka. So who's going with the guy?
Sharkbait.
Okay.
Dragoon.
Nylar.
Okay. And I will say Dr. Philbert Freud as well, since he's not here. And the rest of you head off to a tavern. We will deal with you guys later. Sharkbait, Dr. Philbert Freud, and Nylar and Dragoon. You make your way towards the Argus Goldblood's house. And it takes a little bit. It is in the nicer area of Greyhaven. The rest of you walk off into a tavern, or towards a tavern, probably the same one that you guys were just at. Because it's the closest one that you know of.
I was looking for a different one. That one's been empty.
Okay, well, then you need to start asking around. Roll investigation.
Would that be all of us?
Whoever's looking for a bar.
By the way, before we split ways, I want to say let's meet in the meadow at dark.
They're already gone. You guys already pulled away.
Oh, damn.
Yep. So that's me, Dragon, Sharkbait.
Nope. You, Malak, and Traka.
Oh, okay. You've got Twitch. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. I was looking at Nylar as my character. Never mind. Go ahead. Oh.
You need to roll investigation to find out if you can find a bar.
That is
my beer and gold and everything that was in my bag are lost in the astral plane since it ripped. So I am now broke as well.
It should have been. No, I think they pour out.
No,
yeah, they do.
If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane.
Then yeah.
If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again.
You fuck.
Then it's gone.
You lost my shit too.
I just lost 300 platinum, so
Yeah, so you lost all that platinum.
all of my
Here
shit
you
as
are.
well. I don't have weapons. I don't have anything because I put all my shit in the bag.
Yeah.
You could have carried
All I have is a
all
horse
that
and a
shit in your
cart.
backpack.
Why? I don't need a backpack. I had a bag of holding.
What a fucker.
Yep, I'm trash. I'm gonna go jump off a cliff now.
What a.
Where's the
Can
nearest cliff?
Can I go jump with him?
If you want to.
Traka, let's go find a cliff.
Okay.
Roll to find a cliff.
Well, we got to try and get out of town first, I would imagine.
That is a 19 plus 1, a dirty 20. I find a cliff.
Are
You
we
know where a
rolling
cliff
investigation or nature?
This would be investigation because there's cliffs here.
Okay, that was a 6.
You do not hear anything, but Traka, people do tell you where like the makeout corner is of Greyhaven, which is on a cliff facing a light tower.
Can I follow him?
Sure. It will take you 2 days to get there.
2 fucking days.
This is a metropolis.
I'm gonna
This
ask
ain't
them
no
if there's
midnight
somewhere.
makeout.
Is there tall buildings in town?
Yes, you're next to one.
There's probably a few bell towers.
I'm gonna go to the closest bell tower and climb to the top and jump off.
Okay.
Yep.
You die.
Okay, bye.
Bjork's gonna be like, "Aye, Captain." I'm gonna follow him.
All right. You die as well. I mean, I can't stop you from jumping off a fucking bell tower.
What do we do?
I guess you guys are dead.
Dead?
You jumped off a fucking bell tower.
We didn't have to throw acrobatics to climb the building or anything?
Bell towers have stairs.
No. Okay. All right. Well. Is it the bell tower that Malak is standing beneath?
I don't know what Malak was doing. I think he said he was just following you guys, so I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, maybe he jumped off too.
Is he following the group and jumping off a bell tower?
I'm just doing what a soldier would do, man. If your
And
friend
my
jumped off a
girlfriend's-
bridge, what would you do?
This was this is
I
some shit your
most
mom would say.
definitely did not jump off the bell tower.
He's my captain. I'd jump off after him.
Okay. You do.
So does that mean Traka and Bjork just died?
Apparently they wanted to commit suicide.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're dead.
So, I mean, I can't stop them from doing
I
that.
like that.
And Traka is off the call, so I don't know if he's still listening.
No, he's dead.
He said no, he's dead.
Yep. So, the rest of you head towards Malak. Actually, Malak, what are you doing, seeing that they just threw themselves off a bell tower?
I'm going to collect their bodies. And I'm going to go try finding the other crew.
Okay. You did hear that they were heading towards High Street. And you did hear his name being Argus Goldblood.
So I'm going to start asking around.
Okay.
To see if anybody knows who I'm looking, where to go,
All
and
right.
explaining the severity of the situation.
Go ahead and roll investigation. Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna let you if you're gonna talk to you if you got dead bodies in your hand.
True.
They
We'll
wouldn't
see.
talk to me.
That's 19 plus 2 for 21.
You do get some strange looks. The guards are here too. The guards would like to ask you what happened.
So I'm going to explain exactly what happened. Say that our buddy just lost all of his stuff in a bag of holding because it got ruptured, and that there was so much invested into that bag of holding that he jumped off of the bell tower.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of show, the imprint of the bricks or whatever was below on his face.
All right.
And then I'm going to just say that the other guy followed because they were soldiers together.
Sounds good. They kind of nod solacely, or in solace, and kind of let you collect their things, and they escort you over to High Street, where you are trying to find Argus Goldblood's house. So,
go ahead.
You guys enter the High Street in the carriage. Malak, you will be a while behind them, but you do eventually show up as well. You see a wide, well-maintained road. It has several fancy shops and very well-off homes on the streets. Everything is super neat and very proper, from the lampposts to the people. You can see the rest of the town from here, or the city from here. It's one of the highest points of the entire city, except for the castle, which looms off in the distance, standing on a precipice overlooking a very busy harbor. The carriage stops in front of a multi-storied drinking parlor. On the sign, you see it named Bottomless Cup. The dwarf kind of opens up the carriage door and says, "Come on in, come on in." Do you guys follow?
Yes.
All right.
Shark bait.
Can I roll? Let's see here. Just try to see if he's trying to be sneaky or deceptive.
Yeah, roll an insight.
Damn it, Kyle, kid! What did you do with my dice? What did you do with my dice? Turd. Oh, it's in my pocket. Hang on. What was I rolling again?
Insight.
Insight. That was a 14.
Okay. You have the feeling that he's not being malicious at all.
Okay. I'll walk in.
Okay. Sharkbait. Do you walk in with 2?
Yeah.
All right. He walks in front of you and opens the door, and he kind of just tells you that much of the time in town, while he's in town, is on the top floor. And he invites you guys upstairs for drinks and refreshment. Looking around, you can see a couple towers. One of the towers is the one that Findizzle actually talked about. That was his friend Tychus's tower. The one that he was trying to get you guys to help. You could probably get there. You kind of ask the Argus about it, and he kind of tells you can probably get there through High Street, through the High Street district, and then go through the Market Square. But as you guys walk inside, the parlor has been made ready. Servants start bringing you guys food and drink, whatever you desire, all on Argus's coin. It's basically his way of saying thanks. Argus seemingly has a lot of information about the town, so you guys can ask him some questions if you'd like.
What dukes are around here, Argus?
Well, there's only one duke here. That would be Duke Draymore.
It was a Y.
It was a Y. He goes on to kind of tell you that he's probably the Duke of Greyhaven is only given to the most rich and the most powerful family in the city. The Duke Draymore has been the Duke of the Regent of Greyhaven, or the Duke of Greyhaven, for quite a while. It was handed down to him through his family. But that's pretty much all he really knows about it. He knows that, or he tells you that he doesn't really trust them, though.
What do you mean by don't trust him?
He doesn't give off the vibes that one would expect when telling the truth. It's almost everything he says is half-truths or something that has hidden meaning.
All right. And where were you coming from there, buddy, when whatever happened to your cart happened to your cart?
I was tasked to hold on to this box. And then, for some reason, the horses went out of control.
Well, good thing we stopped you.
Yeah, and I'm super appreciative. Can I get you anything else? It's on my coin.
For here or in general?
A little bit of both. Without you guys, I would have not been able to protect this. And he kind of unwraps it, and he opens the box, and it's wrapped in silk, and he kind of unwraps it super gently, but like it's a piece of dragon glass, and then he kind of explains, this is super rare, and it's only formed when a dragon's breath melts another substance. So these things are super rare because they have dragon magic stored.
It's got dragic?
It's got dragic.
Where'd you find that at? Just out of curiosity.
I was given this. It is not mine. I was given this to present to the educational society in town. But I can always say that I lost it whenever the carriage went away. And he kind of looks around like, would that be thanks enough? And he hands it over.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to shove it in my backpack, wrap it back up in silk, and shove it back into my backpack.
Okay. Do you keep it in the box?
No, because I don't think the box is going to...
It probably would fit, because it's not a big box. It's like, I don't know, a couple inch diameter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it all back in the box and put it in. Actually, we'll put it in my, like right here, pocket, on my.
Okay, it would be bulging
Close.
if you did that,
Put-
but so people could be able to see it or see something under your robe.
Oh shit.
Probably safer in your backpack.
Backpack. Put it in the backpack.
We could put it in a bag of. Never mind.
Malak, about this time, you walk in after asking around, carrying your two dead friends. And the Argus looks at you and says, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" And he immediately pulls out 2 scrolls of resurrection and casts each on Traka and Bjork. And with that, they both gasp. Their bodies start twisting back to normal, and their once bloodied bodies start to clean up and close up. You guys are back to health, but you have 1 HP. So do with that as you will.
I don't know when I'm going to be able to, but I'll find them and bury them.
They are back to life.
They're back to life, bud.
Love you guys.
Oh, we lost Bjork.
Yeah, Drake.
Can I ask him if he knows any magical item shops?
There probably would be. Not so much in High Street. High Street's more fancy clothes, stuff like that. You would probably want to look at the Market Square or the Market District.
Okay.
Brandon,
and
Go ahead.
would it be fair to say I'm still pretty fucking traumatized from watching these 2 dudes jump off of a bell tower?
Yeah, you probably are. And the fact that they're back to life is shocking as well.
So I want to go ahead real quick, and I'm gonna, because I've seen Sharkbait heal people before.
Yeah,
I want to see if he'd help me heal these guys up to get them some health and make them look not like they've been beaten by the concrete.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. Go ahead and roll whatever health spells that you want to do. Sharkbait, I think you have lay on hands, right?
Yeah, I do.
Is it 15 points that you can pump?
It's only 10.
10.
10 points. Well, actually, I think it's 10 to myself, 5 to someone else. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's Wednesday.
You can do 10 HP to anyone, or you can actually split it up to be 5 each.
Yes.
I can split it up, help them both out.
Okay. So you give them both 5 HP.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds twice.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And my first one rolled for 12, 8 plus 4.
Nice. Who does that go to?
I want to give that one to Traka, and then I cannot lie about this. I just rolled again, got another 8 plus 4 for Bjork.
Jesus. So you both get 12 extra hit points. So that should put you close to regular health. But the Argus stands back and says, I feel like I'm responsible for this. And he digs into his pack, and he hands you, Traka, another bag of holding. Inside it, he tells
Hey, you're
you...
echoing really bad.
Yeah, I think... I don't know where it's coming from, though. Hello? Still there. Are we against your TV again, Traka? Nope. I don't know. So he basically tells you that
on the wave and say thanks for the bag.
Yeah, and he tells you there's plenty of gold and platinum to get you on your way. I don't know how much you lost, but there's 200 platinum in there, and there's about 500 gold. Hopefully that can get you what you need. I feel very responsible because I didn't tell you that I'm too big for this. You seemed like you wanted to try it and see what happened, so I allowed it, and I apologize.
I've just had bad experiences with short people, and I don't really trust you, so I wanted to make sure I could contain any threat.
He looks at you and he says, I get that. He says, dwarves aren't known for fitting in places. Not just in bags of holding, but in society as well. We are known as the grunters of Eldruma. We do all the hard labor. We do all the messy jobs. And it's very rare to find someone like me that has this business and it's thriving, and it's just odd to see people stare at you in a way that you never had before. So I get it. You want to, you are reaching out, and I apologize that I did not help you.
It's all good. I'll be all right. I got a bag. I got some stuff in it. I'll go. You know where a bar is?
He does. You're in a bar.
Shake his hand, say thank you. Truckamash is the name. I didn't introduce myself, but I'm going to go over here and drink some beer.
Okay. Yeah, all the beer and everything is on his coin. Malaki tells you the same.
I refill my bag of holding with kegs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would expect no less. I love it. And he kind of looks up to you, and he sees you like downing keg after keg of ale into your bag, and he says, "Holy shit! I never thought of that." And he pulls out a piece of parchment. It's almost like a journal, but it's loose leafed, and he flips to a page and starts writing portable beer kegs.
Hey,
and he
that's
underlines it.
Copyrighted already.
Off of that, I'm going to tell him I want commission if you make any money off of that. Truckamash, captain of the 501st.
He writes that down.
Find me.
And he says, "How can I find you?"
Ask the brothel guild. They know where to reach me.
And he writes that down as well. He says, "If I can make this work and it starts selling, I will definitely cut you in. This is a wonderful idea."
Hint at him. Use birds.
For what?
To fly the bags.
He writes that down.
Portable party.
And then he writes that down as the title of on the top. Portable party. Underline.
Porta potty.
Porta potty.
Boom,
damn, I can't even say it. Damn it.
Porta party.
Porta party. Underlined 3 times and then circled. And he says, "You all are geniuses. Maybe I should be hiring you for my next venture."
Does it involve magic?
Venture, you say?
And shifty dealings?
You can hire me right now, good sir.
He looks at the orb, or he looks at Dragoon, because you have the orb, and he says, I just want to warn you guys that you should be careful out in this city. Word is that the Duke is after some gnome wizards. Apparently there's some kind of quote-unquote threat to his realm.
When he says Duke, I feel...
Oh, Anthony wasn't here for that.
Yeah, true. Go ahead.
I feel compelled to grab him by the neck and hold him against a wall and say, "What Duke?"
We already found out. You weren't here.
I didn't.
Can I grab Trocka's hand before he does it?
You could roll for a dexterity check to see if you can get there fast enough. And then Traka do the same. dexterity.
That's a 10.
Okay, Nylar.
That's a 17.
So Nylar, you're able to grab his wrist pretty quickly. What do you want to say?
We've already figured out we found out who the Duke is. There's no need to forcefully ask who he is. I'm just trying to calm Traka down.
And
We'll
as
find it. We know who he is. We just got to figure out where he's at.
as he says, as you say this, Nylar, to Traka, the dwarf kind of.
I'm not calming down.
Yeah, he steps back from you. And it's like, hold on. I don't know why you're mad at me, but it's Duke. Oh, I gotta scroll up. Duke Draymore. He's the regent here. He's the only Duke here.
He killed my friend.
His jaw drops. He says,
Two
"Your friend."
O's or one?
It is Draymore.
Okay.
And just for your notes, it's Duke Dane, Dian Draymore. Just an FYI.
Dane?
Yep,
D as in
D-A-I-N.
donkey?
Yep. He says, I'm just warning you, I don't know why he would have killed your friend, but I'm sorry. My deepest condolences. I do know that Tychus's tower over yonder is one of the gnomes that he was looking for, that the Duke was looking for, but I've not heard anything about it, if that helps.
I want to be persuasive and intimidating at the same time.
Okay.
And I want to explain to him that I respected the last guy. I would have dealt with him if he would have told us everything. As long as you cannot have secrets and you're just open with me, because I'm an open book. I don't have to hide anything. It doesn't bother me. I don't have secrets. I live in a field, been in a cave for 5 years, was a soldier. That's what I do. If you can tell me the truth, tell me what you know. Take us to Tychus, whatever. If you can't take us to Tychus, get us close.
He looks at you and he says, I can walk you to Tychus's tower. That shouldn't be a problem. I don't know Tychus myself, but he is one of the more famous gnome wizards in the area. But I can definitely take you to his tower.
Please do. At least me.
Okay. He kind of snaps up his finger, or his fingers, and one of the servers come over and says, just put this on my tab. We're going to leave. Does anybody want anything for the road?
Yeah, I'd like to, because of how crazy this shit has been, I would like to go ahead and down a beer and get ready to go.
Okay. If you're just downing one beer, you don't need to make a Constitution saving throw.
What about 2?
Yes, you would. If you're like chugging them, yeah.
Yeah, I just seen some shit. I just watched these guys that I've been traveling with for a while that I think I've made a pretty close bond with smack into the ground like a bouncy ball that doesn't bounce.
Yeah.
And
swan dive.
And so I also just carried their dead bodies. I'm covered in blood. I'm fucking stressed out. I just seen them come back to life. I'm drinking 2 beers.
All right.
Did we ever find someone to make weapons?
Not yet, but the Argus does kind of show you, or kind of give you directions to the market square where you can find pretty much everything you need.
Perfect. I want to head there.
I want to give
I want to
Sharpay
create up a meeting place so that we can all meet up afterwards.
Okay. Just for the sake of time, because we only have like 30 minutes left, I would say let's do one at a time. You all can go to either Tychus's tower first, or you can go to the market square first.
You can go to the tower first. I can do the weapons next time. I didn't want the weapons to be a thing.
Well, I think Traka needs weapons, so that might be a better idea.
Can I give him some of my weapons?
Send a note with him and tell him what to pick me up while I go to Tychus's tower if he's going to the market.
Okay, Tychus's tower is not very far. The market square would take a bit of travel, so you would still have no weapons unless someone gives you a weapon, I guess.
I'll give him weapons until we get there. I have like 4 javelins in my warhammer and my maul, so I can give him my maul and 2 javelins.
Can you handle a maul, Traka? I think you can.
My deal's freaking out. How do I tell if I can?
Oh shoot, that's a good question. It's a martial heavy 2-handed. So look underneath weapons, like underneath your senses, and it should say like martial weapon, simple weapon, stuff like that.
Just click on senses.
No, so it's under the senses box, and it'll say weapons.
If you can't use it, Anthony, I do have a scimitar that I can give you because I barely ever use my physical weapons.
That would probably work
dark
better.
Vision, tremor sense, true sight. That's my senses.
So it's under the senses. You don't click into senses.
Martial weapons and simple weapons.
So you can... Oops, that's Malak. You can definitely handle them all if you wanted to do that. So like a maul and 2 javelins, shark bait?
I think you'd look pretty badass with a maul.
Woo! So it's up to you. Both of them offer you weapons. Malak offers a scimitar, and Sharkbait offers a maul and javelin.
Did you just unload all that? It didn't run yet.
Okay, I need to ask.
It didn't run yet. No, it didn't.
Science.
Alex,
would my shield have fit in the bag of holding?
No, it would not have. You would have had your shield on your back.
So my shield would still be on my back. Yeah. That was a sentinel shield, correct?
Yes, because that would not fit in the bag. So you had that big, like...
the one I bought, like, first episode. I think it was a sentinel shield.
Yep. So yeah, that would have been on your back. And honestly, you probably would have had one of your weapons on your side. You wouldn't have put everything in your bag.
I had a short sword and a halberd, so...
The halberd would probably be attached like under the shield because the halberd probably wouldn't fit, right?
I assumed the head would have gone in the bag and I'd have just dropped it in there. Convenience, not carry the weight.
That's true.
In a ranger, run, move quickly, be versatile and agile.
So you can, I would say you'd still have your shield for sure. I would say you had your short sword on your side, so you lost your halberd. But Sharkbait's offering a maul and javelin, and Malak's offering a scimitar, which I don't even know if you can use scimitars, because I think scimitars are a finesse.
Scimitars, I think,
finesse,
don't
light,
have one
and martial. So you could do, you could do scimitar.
It didn't save all this shit. Fuck. Fucking DB.
I've had issues recently with that as well.
I just fucking removed everything and it fucking put it all back.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Everything. Well, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't need... we rolled a 1 on our API check. We're heading into town to visit the blacksmith for repairs. Try again after a short rest.
Oh, shit.
That's what D&D Beyond told.
Meet up.
Oh, D&D.
I've been getting that error constantly.
Well, that sucks. All right, well, just keep handwritten notes for now, I guess, until D&D Beyond starts working again.
Aha. Got it. Just had to refresh.
Oh, right on. So yeah, I'd say you had your short sword and your shield on your back still there. So if you want to take the scimitar or the maul, you can, but you don't have to because you do have a weapon.
I'll take the maul.
Okay. So Sharkbait, I'm going to remove the maul from you if that's okay, since you're handing it over to him.
Thank you.
And then add 2 javelins as well, Anthony.
Find armor, I guess. I don't understand.
Your armor you would have been wearing. All right, and with that, you guys start heading towards the market or the Tychus Tower, whichever you want.
Oh, Traka's gonna go to the tower.
I thought we were doing the tower first. That's why we handed him weapons.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
thinking
good.
tower.
So you guys start walking towards the tower. Let's see. And I am trying to be cognitive of time with being 20 minutes. Where did I write this at? You guys actually start walking towards it, and a patrol of guards come by. They look at the dwarf that you guys are with, Argus, and they kind of just nod their head towards Argus. He nods his head back and continue on, and nothing seems to happen. You guys keep walking through, and a little time goes by, and all of a sudden you guys see a half orc running through the street, and he is running toward you, and he is clutching a coin purse. A red-faced elf, looked very noble-ish because you guys are still on High Street, is chasing after him with crying, "Stop! Thief! Stop him!" What do you guys want to do?
Can I, Eddie Guerrero, drop kick him in the face?
Yeah, you can. With that, do an acrobatics or an athletics, whichever is higher.
I was going to say I wanted to close.
Also, rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, for real. Did you say an 8?
We cheat, we steal.
Did you say 8?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what he rolls. To dodge out of the way. Oh, awesome. A 3. So, though messy, you are able to run towards him, and your half-orc, form, you are much bigger than he is. He is very underfed. Though half-orc, he is smaller from years of malnutrition. And you take a leap, and you try to get both legs up, but you can only really get one because you start to lose your balance, but you still nail him right in the fucking chest, and he falls to the ground, and you scramble, and you grab him, and he starts begging for mercy.
I'm going to ask him his name.
His name is Frederick. My friends call me Freddy, though.
Say, hey, Freddy, what's the deal here? Why are you stealing shit from these people?
I gotta feed my people.
What people?
The rest of us. And he kind of like nods towards an alley, and you see a bunch of kids standing there watching everything, and they are very dirty.
Sharkbait got some money from that noble dude, right? Did we ever do that?
You didn't get gold. You got basically unlimited food and drink, and you got the stone, the dragon stone.
I'm gonna look at Argus and say, "You want to repay me for saving you? These kids are your responsibility now."
There we go. I like that.
How much do you give away?
Huh?
How much gold do you give? Or how much gold are you asking him to pay?
I'm not asking him to pay gold. I'm asking him to make sure they eat every day and have a roof over their head.
Okay. He looks at you.
Like they're his kids now.
He looks
like
at you.
You're a group home dad now.
And he looks at... So the half-orc is an adult. But he looks at the half-orc and he says, "Freddy?" He says, "Yes, sir." And by this time, the red-faced elf kind of stops and is panting. You could tell he's not used to running. And he says, "That's the thief. Take him to the guard." And
I give him 20 platinum and say, "Fuck off."
Argus actually stops you and says, "I'll handle this." And he hands the man his coin purse back with an additional platinum piece. And the guy looks at the platinum piece and his eyes are wide. Because even in a rich district, platinum isn't the easiest to come by. And he kind of nods his head, and he runs off with his coin purse and an extra platinum. And he looks at Freddy, and he says, "Are those yours?" Freddy looks at him and kind of relaxes himself. You still have him grasped, and he's still kind of heaving after you kicking him in the chest, but he visibly relaxes as he sees the guy walk away. But also a look of sadness appears on his face, knowing that he just lost the money that was going to be feeding him. And Argus says, "Come to my tavern. I'll make sure you're well fed and well drink, and we will get you out of these streets."
Good.
And
I'll
Freddy,
be checking to make sure you do them right.
Freddy kind of nods, like uncertain. He's not. Yeah, he's not super certain if he's telling the truth, because he's not used to kindness. Roll a persuasion to Freddy to listen to Argus.
That is a 13.
He rolled a 10, so you succeed. He looks at you and says, and then, he looks at you and he kind of smiles, and he looks over at Argus and he says, "Really?" And Argus nods his head and says, "Come on." And he points down a street, and you guys are only like a block and a half from Tychus's tower, and he says, "That's Tychus's tower. I'm going to take these guys and feed them."
Give them a job. Let them work at your bar. They can help you out a lot. Just treat them right.
He nods, and he tells Freddy, he goes, "Go get them, and let's go." And guards start coming up towards him, and he says, "No, go. I have this handled." And the guards kind of like nod their head and walk away very fastly. And the kids and Freddy walk with Argus, and Argus says, turns around and goes, "Come visit me anytime. You're more than welcome." And walks off towards his tavern. And you guys see the tower in front of you. Because you guys handled that so well, you guys get advantage on any social checks until for 2 sessions. So that was very well done.
Except for the drop kick to the face.
I mean, but you still got him.
No.
You got him and the street urchins in a good place. So that was a success.
Yeah.
You guys start walking down towards the tower, and you're almost at a precipice of where High Street ends and the next district begins. The tower lays right on that precipice, and you look up, and it's not a huge tower, but it is like a normal. It is higher than most of the other buildings around. As you guys get close, you actually see almost a fanfare walking through. Just across, like you guys are the tower's across the street from you guys, and there's kind of a street across the street, and they're walking down the street opposite of you, and I think actually that's where we're going to end it for tonight, because the next part of the story is quite lengthy. So that's where we'll end it tonight. Tune in next week to find out what happens in Tychus's Tower and what this delegation is. Also, tune in on Sunday nights for the pirate campaign, Stormhaven. Things are getting pretty spicy in it. I'm pretty excited. Also, I don't need a reminder this time because I've just remembered we're going to raid somebody. So, if any of you guys have someone to raid, let me know, and I will raid them as soon as we do our closing statement. Any recommendations?
Hang on, let me see what we got.
Apathetic me.
Okay. What are they?
_pathetic_me.
Can you send that in the chat?
Yes.
Awesome. So thank you everybody for watching. This was a unique day. We are going to be rating a pathetic me. So when we switch over, it would be really cool if you guys could just hang out for a little bit, show your love. We'd really appreciate it. So
I do have to add, if you go to raid via Link's computer, you have to refresh your page just so that way they can get the view count.
Oh, okay. Good to know. So if you're watching on your computer, refresh the page after the raid is done. You'll actually get a notification saying raid. So make sure you refresh the page on the new person's page so they get that view. It helps them out tremendously. And as always, be kind to one another. Do something nice for someone tonight by watching their raid and their videos. Love each other, but most importantly, love yourselves. Have a good night, everybody, and fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer. Wear your seatbelt, damn it.
And we are starting the raid. I think I have to wait a couple seconds before I can switch over.
It says we're raiding.
And now, raid now. And we are good.
If you guys don't know, this is Sav from Gamer Hub.